Today in the show, we're going to be talking about the Fox-Disney situation and what does this mean for the X-Men in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Disney are currently in talks to buy out the vast majority of 21st Century Fox. Fox actually own the rights to the X-Men movies and the Fantastic Four movies, meaning the X-Men and the Fantastic Four have nothing to do with Marvel Studios, that's why they're not in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. If Disney were to own Fox, it would mean potentially these rights could shift over to Marvel Studios. Potentially is a very important thing there. I've seen a lot of people oversimplifying the situation. I think a lot of people think, oh, it will all be owned by Disney, so that means the rights can just transfer in the company and it'll all be fine. But that's not how things work, unfortunately. Disney are even finding issues amongst the characters that they do own the rights to that are in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Characters that are in ABC Studios' Marvel Cinematic Universe properties cannot appear in Marvel Cinematic Universe movies because they are made by Marvel Studios. Even though they're part of the same company set in the same fictional universe, they can't cross over as things stand due to rights and legality issues. They are free to reference one another, but that's about as far as it gets, which kind of sucks because you would think, oh, it's all owned by Disney, so it's easier for them to cross over. No, unfortunately not. So when it comes to Disney buying out Fox, there's about 10 other steps that need to happen for the X-Men to appear in a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. I'm not saying it's impossible, in fact it'll be a damn sight easier than it is at the moment, but I don't want people to get their hopes up because it's an oversimplification of the problem. This being said, there are a lot of arguments for it. First of all, we don't know what the Marvel Cinematic Universe is going to look like post-Infinity War. We don't know what the next phase is. Would the Infinity Gauntlet cause history to change and that's how mutants are introduced to the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Like, there is a lot of potential there for it to work in a narrative perspective, but from a legal perspective and a real world perspective, there's just a lot of steps and a lot of people that want money in their hands before any of this stuff could happen. You also have to keep in mind that Fox might decide that they want to keep the rights to the X-Men because this is a company-wide thing, so they might say, we are willing to sell this much of Fox, but we're going to retain the X-Men, Deadpool, and Fantastic Four. Now, this being said, there is a lot of potential there, and I'm really excited for if this does go through in the way that people want it to, because if mutants were in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there's so much potential for things to be done right, and so much potential for mutants that are hardly ever used. And that's what I'm going to talk about next, things I would like to see happen. First of all, Dazzler, the movie and TV series and album. A lot of people don't realize this, but when Dazzler was created, she was actually created with a movie deal, a TV series deal, and an album deal in mind, but then a lot of studios dropped out and so only the comic was created. Let's finally do that movie, that TV series, and that album because Dazzler would work so well. People don't give her the credit that she deserves, but if you read the Dazzler series, it's a TV show there, like your script is there, it's perfect, and it would work in this day and age. I would also like to see Scarlet Witch sort of expanded upon. I think with the inclusion of mutants in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the characters that they've got at the moment that do have powers are going to need to get weirder and wilder to compete with the weird and wild mutant powers. You don't want them to get overshadowed, so they would have to explore that reality manipulation side of Wanda. Also, there's potential for a good Fantastic Four movie. I think Fox has never really understood what makes Fantastic Four special, and it's not their action, it's not their fun or their lightheartedness. It's the fact that they are a family. They are a family, a traditional family unit. And that was never really explored. And I would like to see that done properly. Like, I would like to see them have their kids. And that's actually how I would like them to be introduced into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, with Franklin already being born and his parents happen to have these powers. You know, we've seen origin stories told for the Fantastic Four how many times now? We don't need to see it again. Let's just have them already have their powers and then go from there. Like, it worked with Spider-Man, it can work with these guys. Overall, this was just a really short video to say that while people are oversimplifying this situation, there is a lot of potential there if it does happen in the way people want it to happen. But even if Disney do end up buying Fox and Disney get the right to the X-Men and Fantastic Four, doesn't necessarily mean they'll instantly become a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because like I said earlier on, there are about 10 other things that need to happen. Okay guys, that is it for today. So what do you think of this whole situation? Are you excited? Are you not excited? Or are you like me where you're just not getting your hopes up, but you see the potential? Please leave in the comments down below. Also don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe to all of my social links, and I will see you next time.